Okay, so this video is going to show you how to access the resources that you can use if you feel like your child needs extra help with something. If there's a certain skill that we've covered that you feel like your child needs some more practice in, or if you feel like your child's falling behind, or you want to make sure they're not falling behind, and you just want to give them some extra practice outside of the must-do activities for the day. I'm going to show you the best resources and how to get there. Okay, so I'm assuming that you all know how to get here to our homepage. You've gone to It's Learning, you've logged in, and it's taken you right here. Okay, and one thing I'm going to show you is if you need to access something we've done in the past, like let's say you want to use an activity or a video that we did last week for counting coins that you feel like your child needs to review. If you go over here on the side, you might need to click Resources. Okay, and once you get to resources, this over here on the side should pop up for you. And if not, they're all down here. But you should be able to see, like, this is this week. So this was yesterday, this is today, and this is tomorrow. And normally I link those to that mustard bottle, but they're still over here if you need to revisit them. Or you can go down and you can see here's last week. So if you click on that, you can see that here's the 3 days from last week. And let's say you were wanting something from this day. Well, here's the page from April 15th, and it has the link to the story that we did, and it still has a counting coins video if you wanted to go back and review those things. Okay. All right. So that's if you need to go back and see something else. However, if you are looking for some extra practice for your child, the first thing you're going to do is click on the May Do page over here. And it's going to take you to these sections. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is the La Lilo, okay? Because that's something we've started using that really takes your child where they're at and gives them good phonics practice activities and things to practice to keep them where they need to be, comprehension and everything. So if you click on the books, it'll take you to this page. Okay, and here it is right here. If you click on the La Lilo, that will take you to the phonics and comprehension program that your children are very familiar with now, or should be, and can practice all those skills. These are some good activities as well. The rest of the ideas on here, but really if you're worried about your child falling behind or you want some daily practice, this is something that will change daily. It won't be the same, and it will be completely tailored to your child where they're at. So if you want to push them farther and you want them to be, doing more so that they can excel, or you feel like they need to catch up a little bit, La Lilo, as far as reading goes, is perfect for that. So you'd click on that, and then that'll take you to the website. Okay. Let's say you need to practice math. Let's say we practiced coins last week and your child struggles with coins. So, we did coins, we did the videos, but even after the test, you're thinking, they are really struggling with that. So then I want you to go to IXL. Okay, so you're going to go to the math practice, you're going to click on IXL, because IXL has every single one of our standards, and it's going to have all the practice activities. So you're going to click here on Sign In with Google. And then your child might have to click on their email, but they might not. It might log them in right away. Okay, and when they get here, their page might not look exactly like this, but you need to make sure that up here on this green bar, they've clicked on Learning, because that's where the things are. And then if they're already here, you scroll down and you see first grade, and you click on See All Skills. All right, so here's the skills for first grade. And normally when we're practicing math for the week, whatever we're doing that week, I will have starred. So you can see, and they're also with letters, that this week we're doing data and graphs. So you can see that those are starred. See how the stars are yellow? So these are the activities that go with what we're doing this week. However, all these other activities are still open. So if you just look through, the titles are at the top, and you think my child needs more help with time. Well, you can practice any of these time activities, okay? Or you think my child needs help with money. All right, so let's go ahead and click on Names and Values of Common Coins. Now, the great thing about IXL is that it will give you differing problems, and you can even jump up a level if you need to. So like, for example, and it will read it to your child. So you can click on the button.
Which coin is this?
Okay, and it shows them the coin, and it will read them the choices if you click on this one, and you can click on it. Now, let's say your child's struggling and they picked nickel. Well, it's going to tell them that's incorrect, and then it's going to explain it to them, okay? So then if you're sitting there with them, which I know you aren't always, but it will tell them, this is a dime, and it is worth 10 cents, and the other side looks like this. So it will tell them the answer, and it'll explain it to them, and they can say, I've got it, and then they can move on, and then they can guess again, okay? And they've got all kinds of, if you want to go back to just first grade, they've got all kinds of activities on here for coins. So it's not just naming, the coins, but then they can count the pennies and the nickels and the dimes. Then they can count them with quarters, you know what I mean? And it kind of gets harder as it goes. All right. Now, one more thing I'd like to show you while we're on here is this has been in math, and we've mostly used IXL for math, even when we were in school. But we also have language arts. So if you click on the language arts link right here, it will take you to all the first grade language arts things. And there's all kinds of things on here. All right. And so there's some things starred that we were working on before this break. But if you think, my child is not reading the words that have E's at the end well, or really if you just think they need help with rhyming, or they need help with, vowels in words, or it goes all the way down, reading strategies, like they don't know how to pick out the main idea of a story or vocabulary, if they need help with grammar, there's all kinds of things on here. This is more down here for writing capitalization. But really, all of these activities are great for all of your kids. And if you're someone who thinks, this is too easy for my kid, you're welcome to click on second grade and have them practice some harder activities if you're really looking to push them. Okay. Or if you need to go down to kindergarten because you think my child is struggling with all these activities, then that's okay too. All right. So that is IXL. Now, the last thing I want to show you is happy numbers. If you think I don't really know what my child needs help with in math, I just know that it seems like that is an area of struggle for them in the past, or that's really something I want to make sure that they don't fall behind in, then go to happy numbers, because this is sort of like La Lilo, but for math. It's going to be tailored to your child. It's going to pick the activities for you based on what your child knows and doesn't know. And it seems to be really fun for the kids. So this last one, if you click on the dinosaur, that will take you to the happy numbers for your student, and then you can log in. See, look, here's all of you, and you can click in there and practice whatever is needed for you. Okay? I love the little icons. I don't know if you picked those, but those are cute. All right, so again, if you need anything during this time, if you need help finding things on our page, if you need any sort of support, please reach out. I'm happy to help you in any way that I can, but I just wanted to show you those resources in case you feel like you need more or you need less. You need to help them catch up, or if you need to help them, move on and excel. And I know that our page, we've kind of come down to just having sort of 3 activities a day, and I know that's still a lot for some of you. So I don't want to ever overload. And, I've said over and over again, whenever your child gets to a stopping point, feel free to stop. Really, it's called the required page and it's the must-do page, but really you're in charge of what your child needs to be doing and when your child hits a breaking point. And I'm not there to justify that, and I have to put on enough to cover sort of the range, but it's really your judgment on what needs to be done and that sort of thing. So I just wanted to give you some other options there. All right. Thank you.